What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Print, Shoot, Repeat, PSR, however you want to say it. We are the most extreme, tubular, radical gun channel on the internet, bro. Extremism, what? Super extreme, bro. The ATF can suck my nuts. We get pee-pee slapped and struck by Google and YouTube constantly. And I want to talk about not just me, but other people getting pee-pee slapped hard by Google and YouTube recently. I would call it the Guntuber-pocalypse of 2023. We're going to talk about that. I'm really not going to edit this much. It's going to be kind of like a conversation. I know you guys want more content from me on the guns and doing the videos, which we will get back to shortly, but I just wanted to make this video so we could kind of have a little discussion, kind of maybe like podcast style, where I talk about what's been going on with YouTube and gun tubers specifically. But before we get into it, I gotta thank KAK Industry for being the channel sponsor for Print, Shoot, Repeat. KAK Industry just opened a brand new facility in Albany, Missouri, where they're cranking out a shit ton of parts for your ARs and more. If you want to get 10% off your order, I definitely would never ever use the code PSR. It's not a code that you could enter in the checkout on the website, which I can't list on YouTube. And you would never use that code for 10% off at all. So thank you to KAK for sponsoring this channel. So if you've been living under a rock for the past couple weeks, I'm going to explain what's kind of gone down and talk about my thoughts on the issue of YouTube and Google removing gun content. I am no stranger, as you may know, to getting videos removed here on YouTube. It's been going on for almost a year now, and I think I've had around, now it's 4 videos. I've had 4 videos removed, and at this point, I've gotten about 4 strikes, not all in the same period, or else I wouldn't have a YouTube channel, because if you get 3 strikes, you're gone. So YouTube doesn't really give you an explanation on why they remove things. They just give you a blanket term that say you violated this policy. They don't give you any explanation. So we already know that. So I just wanted to lay that out there. I've gotten 4 videos removed. I just got one removed last week, a year-old video, me just talking about the ATF ruling on 80% lowers. It was just a discussion. There was no actual real gun content in there. There was my intro, and the outro was just me shooting a 20-round magazine. It was a 20-round magazine. It wasn't a 30-round magazine. I didn't insert the magazine. And I think what they got me for in that instance is actually listing the website for KAK. So going forward, I can't list the website for KAK. The point is that YouTube, over the past couple of weeks, haven't just attacked 3D printed gun tubers. They've attacked everyone. So I mean, I know that this exists outside of just gun culture, but it really has been targeted in the last couple weeks, gun tubers specifically. So we saw the biggest one, I would say, would be Demolition Ranch got a video removed a while back for having a suppressor being screwed onto the gun in the video. Everyone realized, oh, wow, okay, they removed Matt Demolition Ranch's video and gave him a warning for screwing on a suppressor. That's unprecedented. That hasn't happened before. And so that happened a couple months ago, and everyone was like, okay, well, I think also happened to Brandon Herrera, where he screwed on a silencer suppressor to a VZ61 in one of his videos, and YouTube removed it. So that happened, and we're like, okay, well, I guess that's new. And they considered it modifying the gun by attaching the suppressor. I don't know how else one would attach a suppressor, or, I mean, it's a muffler. It's just literally a muffler. And how else would one put the suppressor on the gun? It's not like you're tutorialing on how to put it on. I mean, it's there's different ways you can attach suppressors. There's, tri-lug. There's a ratchet system on it. It's just, it doesn't have to make sense for them to get rid of it. It can be the most insane, stupid rule, and they will absolutely follow up on it, is what we've learned. So by taking these videos down, eliminated the ability to show a silencer being screwed onto a gun on YouTube. It's not in the community guidelines specifically, but it's an unwritten rule of the community guidelines now that you can't screw on a suppressor. And then I saw recently, a couple weeks ago, that Donut Operator put out a tweet that I saw on Twitter that said that now they're considering inserting a magazine into a semi-automatic firearm that's greater than 29 rounds, so 30 rounds or more, is now not allowed on YouTube anymore. And that is very troubling because, I mean, it means it's essentially all the content that I've had that has to do with ARs is like in danger retroactively. So YouTube can go back and say, well, it wasn't against the rules when you uploaded it, but now it's against the rules and we can remove your channel now. And so we saw a ton of channels get strikes. I think Classic Firearms said that they were on 2 strikes. We saw entire channels getting removed. One of my favorite channels, Kit Badger, Ivan, got his channel removed. I mean, he has the most wholesome, family-friendly, kind of very straightforward, like no politics in his videos or anything. There's no showing how to build guns in his videos or 80% lower. There's nothing spicy about his channel at all. It is so like PG, and his channel entirely wiped out. More than 100,000 subscribers, and all of that hard work gone. And it just breaks my heart to see that because I am a creator myself, and I know how much time and effort goes into, especially when you're like a one-man band and you just got a tripod like Ivan, and you're filming yourself, you're editing it, you're putting together these videos for people to enjoy. And the people do enjoy them. People watch them. Kit Badger's channel is not a small fringe channel. It's definitely, I had watched a ton of really great videos, reviews and stuff that he's done, erased from YouTube forever. And so I know all of you are saying, well, now I guess it's time to just cut off ties with YouTube. And God damn it, I feel like that is the thing to do. But at the same time, the other platforms right now are not quite viable. And I get that we have to move our content really in order to get some of those platforms to be better and to have, they need more money, they need more viewers in order to put the money into make the streaming better, make the bit rate higher, the hosting capability. I mean, the thing about YouTube is just they have the best performance on their app and on the desktop version. It's just so good, all right? And we understand like the technical side of things. YouTube has a whole lot more resources. Google has a whole lot more resources than any kind of competitor, whether it be Odyssey, Utreon, or Rumble. All of my content is backed up to, by the way, all 3 of those places. So I had to get rid of almost all my videos as a result of this retroactive changing of the rules that YouTube did in order to keep my channel. So you're going to see, if you go into my videos right now, I don't know, I maybe have like 30 videos, whereas I was coming from having maybe probably like over 100. So most of my content I had to delete because of this rule. And some channels they're not really messing with, but other channels they are. And I know they don't love my channel because I've gotten strikes even before this Guntuber-pocalypse thing happened, where we've seen, Top Shot Dustin, for sake, happy-go-lucky, friendly guy, super PG content, just like having fun chopping down trees with a machine gun. I mean, that's family-friendly content, guys. But in all seriousness, Top Shot Dustin got a strike. So it's like, no one's immune to this. Ian from Forgotten Weapons got a strike. Garantham got a strike. So this leads me to the second part of our discussion here, and that is, what is this really about? And we know what they're doing. Now, what does it really mean that they're doing it? So I see this really as an attempt by Google to suppress gun culture. The way to really attack a movement or a hobby or anything that's got a fan base, a group of people that are dedicated to it, is really to cut it off where the culture spreads, right? And that is really how you are able to control the influence that it has on people. So if you don't want people to get into guns, probably the best way to do that would be to cut it off at the inspiration to maybe get into guns as a hobby or target shooting or whatever it is. And that's what YouTube and Google are trying to do right now. I started watching YouTube videos, and that's kind of what got me into guns. I was able to learn a lot about firearms when I looked on YouTube, and that's a lot of the content that got me really into it was stuff that I saw on YouTube, whether it was FPS Russia back in the day or, Hickok 45, all those classic firearms YouTube channels really sparked my interest about guns, and I thought, oh man, this is having a lot of fun. This is something I would like to get into. So I think Google has finally kind of realized that restricting the culture through the creators that make the content about guns is the best way to really control people. And that's really what it is. And another thing that goes into it is the advertisers. They don't want gun content on their ads. There's got to be ads out there that are generated towards people in the demographic that are into guns. Like, I don't fully buy that. I think it's really a attempt to stop gun culture at the part that really drives it, and that is inspiring people to get into it. And one of the ways that happens is, the primary, I would say, is through online media and YouTube specifically. How do we move forward in this instance as creators, as people in the gun culture world? How do we move forward? And how do you, as the viewers of the content, or if you're a creator yourself, how do you move forward? How do I move forward? How do we all move forward? Well, it's very clear YouTube doesn't want us here. Part of me really wants to say, I'm moving somewhere else, but at the same time, this is where I have the greatest audience, and this is where I have the best opportunity to inspire people. Just inspire new people, inspire people that aren't into guns, inspire people that might be against guns, and get them into the hobby and get them into 3D printing even. Maybe they don't even like guns, they don't even want to print guns, they don't even want to own guns, but then they get into 3D printing. And I think that's a really great hobby in itself, just 3D printing, even if you don't 3D print guns. And I've said the word 3D print and guns so much that this video will probably get removed. But we can't let this get in our way. And one of the ways you have to fight back is to try to stay and fight. And I think that is an important thing to do. I think we have to normalize this. We can't move to Rumble and Odyssey where it's just echo chambers and it's the same group of people of just people loving guns. I want to inspire new people to get into this. And so one of the ways we do that is staying on YouTube until they completely erase us from the platform. And I'm going to keep trying to stay on YouTube because I want to inspire people. I want people to watch my videos like the Auto Dagger, the last video I put out, and see them and be inspired and get a kick out of it and laugh and have fun. And I want them to see my HK Slap video and enjoy it and just maybe think, oh, maybe I would like to get an MP5, or maybe I'll print an MP5, or whatever it is. Even if you're just enjoying it with your family and dancing, like, I just want to see that. And I don't want to accept the defeat of Google trying to silence me or silence us. And I think we should try to stay and fight. With that said, it's just extremely hard when Google and YouTube keep moving the goalposts and changing the rules. Therefore, retroactively, the next rule they might come up with is you can't show live firing a gun on YouTube anymore. Like, that wouldn't surprise me. You can't show actually the act of shooting a gun. I wouldn't be surprised. And then in that case, we'll have to address it when it comes to that. But like I said, all of my old videos, they haven't disappeared from the internet. They've been archived on the Internet Archive, as well as all of those other streaming sites like Odyssey, Utreon, Rumble. And I have a Patreon where I post all my YouTube videos early for people to view. That is how you can access my content, and especially all the videos that I've had to remove from this channel, most unfortunately. So that is a little update. I want to move forward with the content. You'll see more content now this month that's not just me rambling and bitching about corporate overlords. So that is really it, guys. We've got a G19X USW video coming out pretty soon by Booligan Shooting Sports, and that in no way is additive manufactured at all. But wink, wink, you'll see it coming soon. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I know it was a little bit longer, a little bit more of like a ramble rant situation, but as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on the next episode of Print, Shoot, Repeat. Love you guys. Stay strong. Peace.